Number 1. What is the supreme law of the land? What is the supreme law of the land? It is the Constitution. The Constitution. Number 2. What does the Constitution do? What does the Constitution do? It sets up the government, defines the government, protects basic rights of Americans. You don't have to say 3, you can only say 1. Sets up the government or defines the government, I think, is the easier answer. Number 3. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words? We, the people. We, 1, the 2, people, 3. These are the 3 words. Number 4. What is an amendment? What is an amendment? An amendment is a change to the Constitution. You can just say a change or an addition to the Constitution. Number 5. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. We call it the Bill of Rights. As you can see on the picture, there are 10 amendments. Number 6. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? You can say freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, freedom of press, freedom of petition the government. You can just say speech or religion. That should suffice. Moving on. Number 7. How many amendments does the Constitution have? We say amendment is a change, right? So how many times has the Constitution been amended? How many amendments? 27 times. 27 amendments. Number 8. What did the Declaration of Independence do? What did the Declaration of Independence do? You can say one of this. It said that the United States is free. Or you can say it announced our independence from Great Britain. Or you can say it declared our independence from Great Britain. One of the 3. Number 9. What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence? What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence? Life and liberty. Or you can say life and the pursuit of happiness. Or you can say liberty and the pursuit of happiness. 2 of the 3. Okay? You can easily say life, liberty. Number 10. What is freedom of religion? What is freedom of religion? It means you can practice any religion or not practice a religion. You can practice any religion or no religion at all. What is the economic system in the United States? What is the economic system in the United States? You can say capitalist economy or you can say market economy. Market economy is easier to remember, right? So market economy. Number 12. What is the rule of law? What is the rule of law? It means everyone must follow the law, or you can say leaders must obey the law. You can also say no one is above the law, or government must obey the law. So any of this can be an answer, but I think no one is above the law is easier to remember, but it's up to you. Number 13. Name one branch or part of the government. Name one branch or part of the government. Remember, there are three, so you need to know one. You can say Congress, President, or the courts. You can also, if you want, they have two names each: legislative, executive, or judicial. Number 14. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? There are three, right? So none of them are more powerful than the other. So what stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Checks and balances, or separation of powers. Number 15. Who is in charge of the executive branch? Who is in charge of the executive branch? The president. The president. Who makes federal laws? Who makes federal laws? Number 17. What are the two parts of the US Congress? What are the two parts of the US Congress? The Senate and the House. Or you can, if you want to say the whole name, you can say the Senate and House of Representatives. Easily you can say the House. How many US senators are there? How many US senators are there? 100 senators. Remember, 2 from each state. So 50 times 2, 100 senators. 19. We elect a US senator for how many years? We elect US senator for how many years? 6 years. Senators serve for 6 years and they do another election if they want to continue. 20. Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Who is one of your state's U.S. senators now? Answers are different from state to state, okay? It depends on your state. So to know this answer, go to this website, senate.gov, and put in your zip code or address, and then you will see the face and also the name of your senator. Okay, good. 21. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? The House of Representatives has how many voting members? 435. 435 voting members. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? Remember, for senators, we said 6. Now for representatives, how many years? 2 years. 2 years for representatives. 23. Name your U.S. representative. Name your U.S. representative. Again, just like senators, in your state has different number of representatives. And in your state, there is district. So your district has a representative. To know that, you go to this website again, house.gov, and then check your representative. 24. Who does a U.S. senator represent? Who does a U.S. senator represent? Or who do they work for? Senators, who do they work for? They work for all people of the state. For example, Missouri senators work for the state of Missouri or people of Missouri. For California, the people of California. Senators in other state, Texas, work for the people of Texas. Why do some states have more representatives than other states? Why do some states have more representatives than other states? Because of the state's population. Or you can say they have more people. Some states have more people, so they have more representative. Some states have more people in their state than the others, so they get more representation in Congress. We elect a president for how many years? We elect president for how many years? 4 years, right? 4 years. Very easy, I think. In what month do we vote for president? Which month do we vote for president? We vote in November. And also on Tuesday. We vote in November. What is the name of the President of the United States now? What is the name of the President of the United States now? Very easy, I think. It is Donald J. Trump, or you can say Donald Trump, or you can say just Trump, okay? Don't say Donald. You have to at least remember the last name. 29. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? Michael R. Pence, or you can just say Mike Pence. One of the two names. Number 30. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? If the president can no longer serve, who can be president? It is the vice president. Vice president. Great. 31. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The Speaker of the House. The Speaker of the House becomes the president. 32. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? Again, the president. The president is the commander-in-chief of the military. 33. Who signs bills to become laws? Who signs bills to become laws? Again, the president. The president signs bills to become law. 34. Who vetoes bills? Who vetoes bills? Again, the president. So many answers, right? So many answers with president. 35. What does the president's cabinet do? What does the president's cabinet do? Advises the president. You see these cabinet members? They advise the president. 36. What are two cabinet level positions? What are two cabinet level positions? There are so many of them, about 15. You can say Secretary of Labor, Secretary of State, Secretary of Defense, Secretary of Education, Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce, and so on. There are so many of them. You just have to remember two. 37. What does the judicial branch do? What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws, explains laws, resolves disputes or disagreements, or decides if a law goes against the Constitution. This is what the judicial branch do. Review the law or explain the law. What is the highest court in the United States? What is the highest court in the United States? It is the Supreme Court. It is the Supreme Court. 39. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? How many justices are on the Supreme Court? There are 9 justices in the Supreme Court. 9. 40. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. Or you can just say the whole name, full name, John G. Roberts Jr. Easy to say John Roberts, right? 41. Long. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? What is one power of the federal government? It is to print money, or you can say to declare war, or you can say to create an army, or you can say to make treaties with other countries. 42. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? What is one power of the states? The very easy one is to give driver license, but there are more. Driver license, giving driver license, or provide schooling and education, or provide protection like police, provide safety like fire department, approve zoning and land use. Okay, so these are the main ones. 43. Who is the governor of your state now? Be careful here because it says now. Sometimes if the governor changes, the answer might be wrong. So check. So for Missouri, it's Mike Parson. But your answers will be different from state to state. So for that one, you go to this website right here and then you check yours. Good luck. 44. What is the capital of your state? What is the capital of the state you live in? Again, it depends on which state you live in. For Missouri, for example, is Jefferson City. What are the 2 major political parties in the United States? What are the 2 major political parties in the United States? The Republican Party and Democratic Party, or Republicans and Democrats. One has donkey as a sign, the other one has an elephant. What is the political party of the president now? we say the president is Donald Trump. So what is the party of Donald Trump? He is from Republican Party or from the Elephant Party. 47. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? It is Nancy Pelosi. You can say Pelosi too. 48. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Describe one of them. Here are they. Citizens 18 and older can vote. Or you don't have to pay a poll tax. Or you can say any citizen can vote. Or you can say a male citizen of any race can vote. These are the 4 points, but you don't need to know all of them, only one. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? One responsibility. That is serving on a jury or vote in a federal election. 50. Name one right only for United States citizens. One right only for United States citizens. You can say running for federal office or voting in a federal election. Okay? Good. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? 2 rights of everyone. That means for citizens and non-citizens. 2 rights. You can say freedom of expression, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom of petition the government, freedom of religion, the right to bear arms. So these are rights for everyone. 52. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? To the flag or the United States. 53. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? One promise. You say it with the oath, if you remember. There are many promises you make, but one. You give up loyalty to other countries or to your previous country or your old country. You obey the laws of the United States. You serve in the military. You serve the nation in a national emergency, and so on. You can just say this. Okay, there are many of them. As you can see on the picture, that is the oath of allegiance. You promise that you will do these things when you become a citizen. That's the promise you make. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? 18 and older, right? Good. What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? What are two ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? They write to a newspaper, they can call senators and representatives, they can also run for office or support campaigning, like election campaigns, and so on. There you go. You vote, you join a political party, you help with a campaign. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax form? When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? It is April 15th or the 15th of April. 57. When must all men register for the Selective Service? When? When do men register? When should they register? At age 18 or between 18 and 26. If you are in between this age, you have to be registered. If you have a brother or a cousin or a boyfriend, whatever, if that is their age, they need to be registered, okay? What is one reason colonists came to America? What is one reason colonists came to America? There are some reasons. You can say for freedom, for political liberty, for religious freedom, for economic opportunity, or practice the religion, or skip persecution. Okay? 59. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? American Indians, or you can also say Native Americans. It's the same. 60. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Africans, or you can say people from Africa. 61. Why did the colonists fight the British? Why did the colonists fight the British? Because of high taxes or taxation without representation. Or you can also say because the British Army stayed in their houses. It was called bordering and quartering. You can also say because they didn't have self-government. It was a king's government and there was no election. The easiest answer to remember is because of high taxes, right? For me, that's short, easy, and we always hear the word tax. 62. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? What's his name? Thomas Jefferson. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4, 1776. July 4, 1776. 64. There were 13 original states. Name 3. Name 3. There are 13. Okay, you can name 3 of this. I say Delaware, Virginia, New York, or sometimes it's easy to remember New York, New Jersey, New Hampshire, like 3 news, okay? That way you will remember them easily. 65. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? What happened there? What did they do? The Constitution was written, or you can say the Founding Fathers wrote the Constitution. As you can see on the picture, that is when this "We the People" or the Constitution was written. When was this Constitution written? When did these Founding Fathers write that Constitution? It was in 1787. 1787. 67. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. One of the writers of the Federalist Papers. Madison, or you can say James Madison, or the most famous one is Hamilton, Alexander Hamilton, or John J. Peebles. 68. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? He did so many things, but what do we remember him with? He was a U.S. diplomat, that's one. He was the oldest member of the Constitutional Convention. He was very old, older than all of them there. First Postmaster General of the United States. He wrote Poor Richard's Almanac, and he started the first free library. Easier answer would be he was a U.S. diplomat. Also, he started first free library for me, but for you, I don't know. Who is the father of our country? Who is the father of our country? Remember, there is no mother, only father. It was George Washington. George Washington. Who was the first president? Who was the first president? Again, George Washington, or Washington was the first president. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? What part of the US? The Louisiana Territory, or in short, Louisiana. As you can see on the picture, you know that colored part? That is Louisiana. It was very big. The US paid about $15 million. Now it may seem small, but at that time it was a lot of money, but it was a good deal. There are about 13-14 states in this part. Louisiana Territory. 72. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. There were many, only one. War of 1812 with British or Great Britain, Mexican-American War, the Civil War, the Spanish-American War. I say Civil War was easy, or Mexican-American War, Spanish-American, whichever you like, but Civil War was big. 73. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. It was, as you can see on the map, the North and the South. 74. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. What was one of the reason? There is more than one, but just one. Slavery, economic reasons, or states' rights. These were some of them. Slavery, economic reasons, or states' rights. 75. What was one important thing Abraham Lincoln did? He did many things, but one important thing Abraham Lincoln did. Lincoln was the 16th president, by the way. He freed the slaves, or he wrote the Emancipation Proclamation to do that. Or you can also say saved the Union, or preserved the Union. Led the United States during the Civil War, which was very difficult. He helped the US to stay together. He saved the Union. 76. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? It freed the slaves. You can also say freed slaves in the Confederacy, freed slaves in the Confederate States, that means in the South, or freed slaves in most southern states. Easily you can say freed the slaves. What did Susan B. Anthony do? What did Susan B. Anthony do? She fought for women's right. You can say she also fought for civil rights. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. War in the 1900s. Very easy to remember. World War One, World War Two, Korean War, Vietnam War, and the Gulf War. You can also say Cold War. These are the wars that America had been involved in the 1900s. 79. Who was president during World War One? Who was president during World War One? Woodrow Wilson, or in short, you can say Wilson was the president. 80. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt, or you can just say Roosevelt. Some people say Roosevelt, Roosevelt, the accent doesn't matter, okay? Who did the United States fight in World War II? Who did the United States fight in World War II? There are 3 countries to give you tips. The US fought with Germany, Japan, and Italy. Germany, Japan, Italy. 82. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? What war was he in? He was a general during World War II. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? What was the main problem or concern for the US during Cold War? It was communism. The US still don't like communism. 84. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? What movement tried to end racial discrimination? Civil rights movement. Civil rights movement tried to end racial discrimination. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? He fought for civil rights. He worked for equality of all Americans. 86. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. As you can see this picture, the 2 buildings are the Twin Towers in New York, World Trade Centers. They were hit by 2 planes. 87. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. There are many of them. You can say Cherokee, Navajo, Chippewa, Choctaw, Pueblo, Apache, Mohegan, Arawak, so many. Okay. 88. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. One of the two longest rivers in the United States. The Mississippi River or the Missouri River. You see these blue lines? The one on the right is Mississippi and the one on the left is Missouri. So Missouri River is the longest, longer than Mississippi, but they are both longest rivers. 89. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? The Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is, as you can see on the picture here, it's California is on that side. Okay. Number 90. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? Ocean on the east coast. That's Atlantic Ocean. On the Atlantic Ocean side, North and South Carolina, and Georgia, and Florida, and New York. These are also on the Atlantic side. 91. Name one United States territory. One territory. That's United States territory. You can say Puerto Rico. You can say U.S. Virgin Islands, or American Samoa, or Northern Mariana Islands, or just Guam. Mostly easy to remember Puerto Rico or Guam. 92. Name one state that borders Canada. There are many states, but only one state that borders Canada. You can say Maine, as you can see on the picture or the map. Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, New York, Alaska, Montana, Minnesota, and Washington, and so on. 93. Name one state that borders Mexico. These are not many, like bordering Canada. These ones are only few. They are California, New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. Only 4 states border Mexico. 94. What is the capital of the United States? What is the capital city of the United States? It's Washington, D.C. As you can see, Washington, D.C. is in the East Coast. 95. Where is the Statue of Liberty? Where is the Statue of Liberty? The Statue of Liberty is in New York, okay? Or you can say New York Harbor. Or you can say Liberty Island if you want to be very, very specific. 96. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. Or in another word, because the stripes represent the 13 original colonies. 97. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there is one star for each state. Or you can say because each star represents a state. Or you can say because there are 50 states. Whichever is easier for you. 50 stars, 50 states. What is the name of the national anthem? What is the name of the national anthem? Star Spangled Banner. Star Spangled Banner. 99. When do we celebrate Independence Day? When do we celebrate Independence Day? We celebrate Independence Day on July 4. Or you can just say in July. Last. Name 2 national US holidays. 2 of them. One we just said on number 99. 2 national holidays. You can say New Year's. You can say Labor Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, President's Day, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and so on. Okay? There's are about 11, 12 national holidays. With that, we finish. I wish you all the best. Don't be nervous. If you don't know, you don't know. You have 4 more chances. If you answer 6 out of 10, you pass. Good luck. Bye-bye.